Camels might look calm and slow-moving, but when threatened, they turn into towering forces of muscle and raw determination. From wolves to horses and other massive rivals, these desert giants rely on surprising tactics and relentless power to dominate confrontations, which is exactly what we're about to see today. TCD animals. The mountain lion creeps through the grass and suddenly launches at the camel. The camel tries to run, but gets caught. Instead of collapsing, it slams the predator to the ground again and again. That survival instinct is insane. The mountain lion might actually have internal injuries from this. Even with jaws locked on its neck, the camel keeps fighting, and somehow, it breaks free and escapes. After losing a mate, this donkey vents its frustration on a camel, despite the obvious size gap. That turns out to be a terrible mistake. The camel lunges forward, locking its jaws around the donkey and slamming it into the ground. A camel's bite can generate well over 1,000 pounds of pressure, enough to make this counterattack absolutely devastating. It then lifts the donkey off its feet and throws it aside. Stunned and in pain, the donkey staggers away without daring to look back. This wolf thinks it can take on a lone camel by itself. The camel stops and squares up, firing warning kicks with its long, powerful legs. But the wolf keeps circling, searching for an opening. That is when the kick lands. Camels can strike with tremendous force, using legs strong enough to knock down large animals. One solid blow is all it takes. The wolf instantly retreats, having learned a painful lesson. This horse picked the wrong opponent and ends up slammed into the sand with no chance to resist. You might rule the grasslands, but this is the desert, and here, I'm the boss. The horse can only flail helplessly, taking the punishment until the camel finally releases it after proving its dominance. This camel suddenly lunges at a young horse without warning. Another horse kicks it in the face, but the camel barely reacts and clamps onto the youngster's neck, leaving it unable to escape. Only when the rest of the herd rushes in does the camel finally let go. I was really expecting this herd of horses to teach the bully a lesson, but that didn't happen. This mother camel fought for nearly 4 hours to defend her calf from two relentless wolves. The predators repeatedly tried to isolate the young one, darting in from different angles. But the mother refused to back down, using her massive size, long reach, and crushing bite. She kept positioning herself between the attackers and her baby until rescuers finally arrived. Thankfully, the calf suffered only surface wounds and was quickly treated, while the exhausted mother never once left its side, a powerful reminder of just how fierce parental instinct can be in the wild. Another reckless goat decides to challenge the wrong opponent, charging straight into the camel's side. The impact only enrages the much larger animal. Just like before, the camel snaps its jaws onto the goat's back and lifts both of its rear legs off the ground, violently shaking it until panic takes over and the goat scrambles away, desperate to escape. A reminder that a camel's thick hide, towering mass, and powerful bite make it a far more dangerous rival than it looks. This donkey keeps harassing the chained camel, snapping at its legs and clearly thinking the massive animal is harmless and easy to bully. But just minutes later, that mistake comes at a brutal cost. The camel lunges forward, clamps down, and starts flinging the donkey around like a rag doll. That's what bullies get. A camel becomes locked in a brutal standoff with a massive yak armed with long, razor-sharp horns. At first, the yak seems to dominate, driving those horns into its opponent and nearly forcing the camel to the ground. For a moment, it looks finished. But instead of panicking, the camel stays remarkably calm and suddenly counters, swinging around and biting straight into the yak's back. From wolves and mountain lions to aggressive donkeys, goats, horses, and even massive yaks, these encounters prove one thing clearly: camels are far more than slow desert walkers. With crushing bites, explosive kicks, and relentless determination, they can turn the tables on attackers and protect themselves when it matters most. If you've enjoyed exploring these remarkable stories from the wild, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories from the animal kingdom. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.